Alright guys, here we go. We are doing lesson 66. So you should have your workbook open to lesson 66. We're going to start today by looking at this number family I have on the screen. We talked about that multiplication is this line that goes straight across with an arrow. So in this problem, what would the multiplication fact be? Yeah, you should say 5 times 9 equals 45. Okay, so we have been working with our 5's facts up to 8. Now we're talking about 5 times 9, and 5 times 9 is 45. If you were to come up with a division fact for this, what would the division fact be? Yeah, you could take 45, the big number, and divide it by 9 to get 5. Or you could say 45 divided by 5 equals 9. You have two different multiplication facts and two different division facts for this problem. All right, in your workbook, look at part 1. You are pausing the video and working on part 1. So pause the video and work on part 1. Alright guys, you should be done with part 1. Let's go over the answers. The first row was multiplication. I'm going to read straight across. 30, 45, 35, 30, 40, 45, 35, 40, 45, and 25. All of those were multiples of 5. So that's what we've been practicing. Those should be easy for you. The division facts. Let's look at the division facts. K, you should have 8. L, 9. M, 6. N, 7. O, 9. P, 5. Q, 7. R, 6. S, 9. T, 8. U, 4. And the last one, V, is 7. Check your work there and circle any you have wrong. Okay, we talked a little bit about multiplication in our last lesson, and we talked about place value, how we always start with these ones right here. Okay, read the entire fact. What is the multiplication fact? Yeah, 43 times 2. We're starting with the ones place, which is 3 times 2. What is 3 times 2? Yep, you should say 6. You would write that below. And then you're going to move, giving this number to the tens place. 2 times 4 is how much? 8. Good job. So 43 times 8 would be 86. Let's take a look at another one. This is 31 times 2. We're going to start in the ones place. What's 2 times 1? Yep, you should add 2. Then we're going to move over to this tens place. 2 times 3 is 6. And your total should be 31 times 2 is 62. Okay, let's see if we can do one more together. So we're practicing our multiplication. This is 42 times 2. We're going to start in this ones place. What's 2 times 2? Yep, 2 times 2 should be 4. Moving over to the tens place, 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. So 42 times 2 is 84. Now you're going to practice in your workbook. Under lesson 66, look at part 2. You have 2 multiplication problems there. I want you to pause and do workbook part 2. All right, you should be done with workbook part 2. Let's check your answers. A, you should have had the multiplication problem 34 times 2. If you start in this one place, 4 times 2 is 8. If you go to the tens place, 2 times 3. 2 times 3 should be 6, so 34 times 2 should be 68. Let's take a look at B. B was 21 times 4. If you did the ones place, 1 times 4 is 4. the tens place. 4 times 2 should be 8, and your total would be 84. Okay, so check your work there. Looking at the screen, give it a second to change here. We have been working with phrases or word problems that involve the word each. Each usually tells us to multiply. So let's look at this sentence. It says there were 5 chairs in each room. How many rooms? Just one. We're talking about each. And how many chairs go in one room? Yes, 5 chairs. Good job. Let's look at the next one. Or how about this? If I had 2 rooms, so we know one room has 5 chairs. How many would be in 2 rooms? Yeah, 10. You should have 10 chairs. Try this one. There are 25 children in each class. So in one class, there's how many children? 25. Good job. How about in 2 classes? How many kids would be in 2 classes? Think about it. Yeah, there should be 50 because there's 25 in each class. 25 and 25 is 50. Or think about 2 quarters would equal 50. Let's try one more. This one says there are 4 computers in each classroom. So in one classroom, how many computers? 4. How about 2 classrooms? How many computers would be in 2 classrooms? 8. Good job. How about 3 classrooms? 3 classrooms. How many computers would there be if there's 4 in each? Yep, you should have said 12. Okay, look at your workbook, part 3. It gives you one of these sentences. I'm going to read it to you. So part 3 in your workbook says there were 10 buttons on each shirt. You are going to fill out how many buttons would be on one shirt, how many buttons would be on 4, 7, 9, and 10. So pause and do workbook part 3. All right, guys, you should be done with workbook part 3. Let's check your answers. The problem was there were 10 buttons on each shirt. So on one shirt, 10 buttons. That means for every shirt, you're multiplying by 10. So 1 times 10 is 10. 4 shirts times 10 would be 40. 7 shirts times 10 would be 70. 9 shirts times 10 would be 90. And 10 shirts times 10 would be 100. Check your work. Okay. On the screen, I have some multiplication fact families, and they are missing a number. We said that if we're missing a big number, that means we are either adding or multiplying. And in this case, since it's multiplication, if you are missing a big number, you're multiplying. If you're missing one of the small numbers, it has to get smaller, you're dividing. So look at A. We have 2 small numbers. What would the fact be for A? Yeah, to solve that one, we would have to do 24 times 6 because we have small numbers. In order to get a big number, we need to multiply. Look at B. We're missing a small number now. So think about what we would do. What would be the fact for B? Yeah, you should be taking the big number, and since we're looking for a smaller one, it needs to get smaller. So 38 divided by 2 would give us our missing number. How about C? We're missing a big number. What would be the fact? Definitely be multiplication because we're getting bigger. 35 times 2 would give us our missing number. D, missing a small number. That means we're getting smaller. Think about what operation we would be doing. And what would the fact be for D? Right, 98 divided by 14 would give us that number. Okay? And they do go through and write some of these down below. Okay, those are the ones we figured out together. You are working on workbook part 4. You are thinking in your head, am I multiplying or dividing? And then below on the line, I want you to write whether you're multiplying or dividing and the answer. Okay? So pause and do workbook part 4. All right, you should be done with part 4. Let's take a look. Here we go. I'm going to put number or A up on the screen. You have 2 smaller numbers, so you know you are multiplying to find the big one. And you should have done 3 times 5, and we know that 3 times 5 is 15. Okay? 2 small numbers, multiplication. B, you are missing a small number. You have a big number and a small number, so you are dividing. You're taking the big number, 30, dividing by 5, and 5 goes into 36 times. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You should have 6. 6 would be your answer. You're dividing because you need a small number. And C, we were also missing a small number, so again dividing, taking the big number 8, dividing it by the little number 2, and we got 4, because when you count by 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, oops, so far, 2, 4, 6, 8. How many fingers? 4. Okay? All right, that is the lesson today, guys. There is, go back to Canvas and see if there's a textbook practice for you to do. And you're done for the day. Good work.